It's Clobberin time!
Atomic batteries to power. Turbines to speed.
Roger. Ready to move out.
Clobberonimo indeed. Greetings, clobberers and clobberonimos, my dear friends. Welcome to Clobberin Times here on YouTube. Number 498 for YouTube. Number 1,198 overall. Originating, of course, in 2009 on Blog Talk Radio for 11 years and 700 episodes, and now this upcoming Thursday night will make 500 episodes on YouTube. And I guess that would mean, not really great at math, but 1,200 episodes are all. So good to see you, my dear friends. I'm so happy to be here with you for Monday night Mark C. Comics Talk on Clobberin's Time. And I don't have much of a topic, but we're going to work on some topics coming up for sure. I'm going to try to be better. Of course, probably made that pledge last year and didn't keep it, but I did a lot of topics last year. Don't get me wrong, but they should have done more. I should have done more. But anyway, we're here. And, show notes are just basic. It's about a night I should be hanging out with the great Tom Connors of the Midnight's Edge After Dark crew at 7 Central. Listen to me. And Wednesday night, I should be hanging out with the great Stone Loki. Thank you for that. My intro, as always, buddy. By the way, the great Stone Loki, my dear friend, who he in 24 and maybe even Classic Comics. I don't know if Classic's going to be there or not, but the Comic Book Roundtable, 7 p.m. Central on Loki's channel. Then back here on my channel, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, same Clobby channel for Wild Card Wednesday night. And then I'll be all over the place Thursday night because at 6 p.m. Central, I'll be hanging out with my good buddy Dad Man Walking on his channel. And I had a great time hanging out with him last Friday on his channel. He moved his usual NFL show to Thursday due to certain scheduling commitments. I was hanging out with him talking about the NFL playoff picture. I know it sounds weird coming from me. Well, everything sounds weird coming from me because I'm weird. Anyway. And then let's see here. hopefully try to catch up with the midnight my Midnight's Edge After Dark's buddies after that. And then Thursday night, Clobby's Clubhouse, a very special edition because, again, like I said, it will be my 500th show on YouTube. And just on YouTube, since I moved to YouTube, of course. So looking forward to that, of course, as always, with my wonderful first officer, R.M. Raquel Briggs, and our great chief engineer, the great Mark D with the C. So looking forward to that. And of course, Friday night, I'll be on Nick's show, The Comic Shop, channel 8 p.m., 8:30 p.m., that is, Central Standard Time. And we will be reviewing the Comic Shop boys, Nick and I will be reviewing the Infinity Gauntlet number 2, because we started with number 1 last week. And that is going to be a lot of fun. We love reviewing comics there, and I love reviewing comics here on my channel. And then Saturday night, Star Trek, of course, which is back in full swing and started this past Saturday night. And thank you all who joined me, joined us. And that was a great time. And we've got 4 more episodes of Star Trek Deep Space Nine in our never-ending mission to review all of real Star Trek 735. It is 66 through 05, the only Trek that is Trek. So, good to see you, my dear friends. Let's do some shout-outs, like I always like to do. I'm not looking at the chat at the moment because I only have the one screen, and it just works better this way to get. So whether they're here or not, all of our great wrenchers get the shouts. As in I think he is here though. The great Eric K, the bronze wrencher. Hey, buddy, good to see you, my friend. I hope you got your power back, brother. I hope things are going better out there in California, Stan. For you, man. You know, rooting for you, bud. The great Vindicator Wrench of the North, Chris Persia. What's up, buddy? Thank you for all you do, buddy. Really appreciate all your help, man. As, of course, the great Bud, as in the great D-Bud Martin. Always great to see you, buddy. Appreciate you. Let's see who else, of course. Don't know if he's here or not, but the great Lord Thoth, the god of wrenching. Shout out to you and the lovely Mrs. Lady Thoth, and Avon lives, and long live the Legion, brother. And Hungry Boy, master of the Clobberin, official artist of Clobberin Times and Science Fiction Tales by R.M. Briggs. Great to see you there, my buddy. The Wrench Without Fear, J-Man. J-Man and I, of course, are also a partner in crime with comics reviews, and we've got one we're going to have for you. And I don't have the announcement of exactly what it is. I'll know what it is by tomorrow, I promise. But it will be another excursion into Earth B, Earth as in Bob Haney. We will have another Bob Haney spectacular next Monday night. I'll have more clarity on what that is by tomorrow. I hope, J-Man. Sorry to put you on the spot there, but I can't wait to do it. It's always a lot of fun. So next Monday night will, of course, our double feature of Mark C. Comics Talk with the great J-Man and the great legend Bob Haney on Earth B. Kal-El, super wrench extraordinaire. Thank you, buddy, for being here. And, of course, Maddie's daddy, Thor, god of wrenches of Vegas. Good to see you, Steve. And if he's here, even if he's not here, good to see him. And Fanty Outsider, of course, taking up the caboose there, buddy. Good to see him. Okay, let's see who is actually with us here tonight, because now I'll back my chat up. And now that I've shouted out our fantastic wrench crew, let's see who else. Stuart Mitchell, what's up? Good to see you there, my friend. Always a pleasure, buddy. From way across the pond there. I don't know what wrong accent. Indubitably. And of course, Dolly had braces. And sorry, Stuart, you deserve better. Sorry. Let's see. Gwagnar. And as Raquel would say, Gwagnar. I can't do it like she does. Why try? Michael Carney. What's up, buddy? Good to see you. Brian Hepburn. Hello, my friend. Let's see here. Gap After Dark. Well, greetings. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Let's see. This is, of course, all that is just visible in the chat. I have the scrolling vamping there, so I could see. I had the chat backed up. Sorry. I think that's all for now. I think I've covered everybody who's in the that I can see in the chat. But anyway, thank you all for who are lurking, those who listen as lurkers, as Raquel likes to call it, listening as a podcast. I really appreciate you doing that very much. And of course, those listening on a download or a rewatch or rerun, or whatever you want to call it. I don't say it enough, but I truly do appreciate you. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you. Listening, watching comes from the habit. Say listening because it comes from my habit of the old BTR days, which even though I've been on YouTube for 2.5 years, I still lapse into that sometimes. So anyway, good to see you, brothers. I'm now got the chat up to speed. Hey, let's take a look at our pool that I got going. And I'll tell you a little about my version on this week. So far, we got 12 votes so far, I think. According to what I'm seeing, I'm at 13 votes. The question was, which of these comics would you like to see reviewed next? At a whopping 35%. Oh, and a tie. Wow, we have a tie. At 35%, we have a tie. Hulk, Future Imperfect, and the Great Darkness Saga. Both will get reviewed this year because Great Darkness Saga was overdue from last year. And in second place, Jelly Avengers at 24%. And I'm shocked that X-Men New Teen Titans is only at 6% because I was at a con this weekend, and my friend that I don't get to see very often other than at the cons, we were talking about doing that one soon. We are going to do all of those this year. But I was just curious what you guys thought. So we'll keep the poll up for a while there, up to 18 votes. And it's still neck and neck between Hulk, Future Imperfect, and the Great Darkness Saga. And now Hulk's Future Imperfect has taken the lead. It's 37% with 19 votes in. So we'll let that run for a while. You're from Scotland, of course. Excellent. Well, good. I'm sorry, buddy, if I messed up my lousy, lame accents. I appreciate you. Yes, long live the Legion indeed, Chris. So this past weekend, for many years here in I live about an hour away from New Orleans. I'm in Louisiana. New Orleans has for many years has had I think they went out of business, but they used to have what we call Wizard Con. And then fairly recently, a group called Fan Expo bought out Wizard Con around the country. I believe they bought them all out. And so we now have Fan Expo. But I stopped going a couple of years back. I mean, it's just pricey. It's like I only ever went just to hang out with friends that I only ever get to see at the cons now because I can't afford to go spend a bunch of money. And that's what you would want to do at a con, even though you can find stuff cheaper at comic shops and used bookstores and online anyway. But it's always for the fun of going to the con. Well, it's just, unless you really like to spend money on autographs and seeing guests, that's ridiculous. That's very expensive. But if it's your bag, that's cool because they do have guests. Just not really my bag. Matty Steady, what's up, buddy? However, when I go, I just go just to hang out with friends that I never get to see anymore. You get old, and all of your friends are doing life stuff, and you rarely get to break away to go geek out like we used to. Like we used to go on the road trips and all that stuff in the good old days of geeking out at cons. Just the way it happens, just the way it rolls. So, but my wonderful daughter, and her significant other and sister, they were running a table. They were actually asked. They were there as guests, and they were running a table and doing panels and stuff. And she was able to help me. She had extra passes because it gets not cheap going to that. It's even one day is ridiculous at that place, and not to mention parking and all that kind of stuff. So up until it was game time decision, up until like the Thursday before this past Saturday, when we're going to the con. It was a 3-day con. We were just going to go Saturday. I wasn't going. I was just like, nope. Everyone's saying, you going there? Go, not going. But then talked to my son. He said, yeah, why not? It was free to get in at least. And I could go see my friend, the Ace, who's popped in, been on this show with me before and has reviewed comics with me before. I said, what the hell? We went down this Saturday morning, just to run around for the day and Saturday. So I was not prepared. I didn't even look at the guest list. Which was a mistake, turns out. Because these cons usually have some, they have a bunch of the quote unquote celebrities, but they also have comic book people sometimes as well that I'm interested in. I didn't get a chance to see the list of who was going to be there before, but invariably there was going to be someone there that I wish I'd have brought something to get him to sign. In this case, it was Ron Wilson. Yeah, Hungry Boy, say what you want about Ron Wilson, but as a Thing fan, I know he's not one of the greater artists of the 70s or 80s, but he was a big, worker at Marvel and DC. I don't think he never touched DC, I don't think, but at Marvel, the 70s and the 80s, as a fan of Marvel 2-in-1 and some of his other stuff, I just, he means a lot to me because he did Marvel 2-in-1, which is one of my favorite things because the Thing is in it. Whatever you say about that title, and it didn't always have the greatest art, but it was my character. It was Benji teaming up with other superheroes. What's not to love, right? And Ron Wilson was one of the most consistent artists on that book. I know you never said anything about him, Hunger. I'm just saying I don't know. I was kind of kidding you. I know you haven't called him Don Perlin or anything. You never have. I know that, buddy. It was just ribbing you, but he's not. Look, he's not. I'm just saying. He's not Neil Adams, or he's not. He's not Bernie Wrightson, but I mean, he was a consistent provider, and he did some really good stuff. And he was just one of the great Thing artists for me. And I didn't know it was going to be there. And then we walk up, and boom, there he is sitting next to Jim Shooter. So Ace and I went up there and talked to him, and I'm wearing my shirt that has Legion of Superheroes 300 on it. And my friend who's also also a big Legion fan. We start, I go to start talking to. I'm standing next to both of them, and I'm starting talking to Ron Wilson. And my friend starts talking to Jim Shooter, and we talked to both of them for a while. Wilson's a very quiet, shy man. He was wearing a mask. I mean, not judging him, just saying he was. But Shooter was quite talkative and very friendly and very nice. And we had a good conversation with Jim Shooter. And Ron Wilson didn't say a lot. But I was so mad at myself that not checking that I was thinking, oh, my God, I would love to get my Marvel 2-in-1 annual number 7 signed, which is my favorite Ron Wilson comic of all, signed by him. But, of course, like a jackass, because if I'd known, I would have gone and tried to dig it up. It would have been easy, but I would have tried to dig my copy up. So I scrambled around the con a bit at what few comic tables there were. Lurch was there, and he was he was very nice. So I started. I hit a couple of the tables, trying to find a copy. If I could find a halfway decent price on one, I can't afford to spend much money, obviously, but I would have laid out just to get Ron to, have him sign that. I'll probably never get another chance. So the one table I land on, there was one of these guys in slick outfits that were like suits, but they were suits that had superhero crap all over them, like Batman, designs and stuff. Domino 866 gameplay. Hello there. Oh yeah. Oh, okay, Domino. Hey there. Good to see you, man. That's right. We met at Fan Expo the other day. That's right. Good to see you, my friend. So anyway, I go to this. These guys are dealers. They don't have a shop, which is fine. They don't have an online store. They just go to cons right now, which of course is fine. So I asked them, you guys have any Marvel 2-in-1 up here? And this guy, the first one, doesn't know what Marvel 2-in-1 is. Not trying to be a judgmental type here. But right away, I'm like, wait a minute. You don't know. You're selling comic books, back issues of comic books. That's some pretty good stuff up there. But you don't know what Marvel 2 was. So let me ask him. He goes to ask his buddy. And he's like, he was acting like he didn't know what the frick Marvel 2-in-1 was. Dave, what is up, Dave? So I'm like, I don't know. I don't think this is too unreasonable to think that if you're selling back issues of funny books, that you should know your product. So right there, I'm like, and then he said, well, is that like Marvel Team Up? I was like, oh my God. I tried not to give him an evil look or anything, but I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude. So I said yes, but it's not. It's a different title. It's like that, but it's the Thing teaming up with people instead of Spider-Man teaming up with people. I mean, you sell comics, you sell back issues, dude. Jesus. So, but I didn't yell or anything. I was just like, geez, all right, man. So it turned out he did have a box. Oh, okay. And then he finds a box. It's about half full. He says, yeah, oh, you know what? I was wondering, we did have a box of these, and some guy just came out and bought a big old chunk of them. And I'm like, well, I wonder why. He didn't know. I said, well, yeah, because Ron Wilson's here. They didn't know who that was. Granted, most people don't, but I mean, these guys are in the... So I said, well, I guess they're going to go get a bunch of signatures on that stuff. And I'm like, well, that's a bummer, but I said, whatever, guys. You don't know what Marvel 2-in-1 is. I don't want to buy anything from you. I mean, know what it is. It doesn't have to be your favorite comic. You can be your least favorite comic book, but you know what it is. You're in the freaking business, man. Holy shit. So I went over to Ron and talked to him a little bit more, and I asked him if somebody brought a stack of those to him. He said, not yet, but I mean, someone did buy up a whole, chunk of the damn things. Let's see here. Hey, what's up, Mark D? $30 a book to get signed. It must get expensive. No, these, I don't know how much they were. But I'm just like, I don't know. Am I being unreasonable here? You should freaking know about Marvel 2-in-1. But anyway, I had a marvelous time. Of course, I got to hang out with one of my greatest buddies that I haven't seen in a long time, the great Ace Cast Iron, whom you've all heard on here with me. A while back, he was, of course, come on a couple of the Star Trek shows. And he's of course, reviewed the first Superman, Spider-Man team up with me. He's a dear friend, and we don't get to see each other that much, so we got to hang out. And I ran, as always, bumped into a bunch of friends that I don't get to see other than at the cons. And then I got to meet an extraordinarily beautiful young lady that I've followed on. I don't mean in a creepy way. Followed on social media for many, many, many years. Just I've seen her pictures on Facebook and Instagram and stuff like that. And she's a beautiful cosplayer who I never thought would be at a con down here. She's famous for going to cons all over the place. And her name, of course, is Cara Nicole, aka AZ Power Girl, because she's from Arizona. And I'd seen something on Facebook that she was going to be there. So I thought, I'll go try to find her and see her just to meet her because it'd be cool. And I've always heard nothing but nice things about meeting, about her, and people meeting her. And I went and finally got to talk to her for the first time ever. And she is just an absolute sweetheart. What a doll. AZ Power Girl, I know you're probably not watching now, but if you ever do, thank you so much. I had just the best time talking to her, hanging out with her, walking around the con with her. We went and saw some of the cosplay tables and just brought her to meet my daughters at their tables and stuff like that. And just what a doll. Gorgeous on the inside and the out. Stunningly beautiful in real life and just as sweet and cool and funny and brilliant. All the whole package. Great young lady. And because you see all these cosplay girls and you see them online and all this other kind of stuff. And it's just, I'm putting a link to her YouTube channel in right now. If you can go to that channel, she has a nice YouTube channel with videos, and there's a link on there with all of her links to her many. She's got comic books, Kickstarter. Her husband draws a comic book with her in it. She's got a bunch of calendars, all these other things. Go check out her links. She's just gorgeous, like inside and out. I just had a terrific time hanging out with AZ Power Girl, Miss Cara Nicole, and just awesome girl. And if I ever bump into her again someday, because she's just the coolest. And, if you ever at a con and you see her around, there is no more gorgeous Power Girl cosplayer ever. I mean, in the world, and it's not even close. She's the best. And she is just, yeah. I cannot rave enough about what a sweetheart she is. I'll show you some pictures here. Just a couple, I don't want to encroach on her rights, but I'll just show you. She has a links page that you can go to. Just to give you an idea, if you go to her links page, which you can link from on her YouTube page, she's a doll, gorgeous, fun person, and please go check her out because see what she has to offer. Like I say, she has comics that she's part of, there are comic books about her character on there, and of course she's got books of her cosplay. She has calendars and all that stuff, and and please go subscribe to her YouTube channel. Yeah, so fantastic. I just wanted to shout that out. I think she has a Kickstarter for a comic and for her calendar and all that good stuff. So she just helped make what was already a great weekend, getting to see friends and stuff, even better. So AZ Power Girl from Clobberin Times and Clobby, I love you. You are amazing, and you made my day. Hope I bump into you again sometime. You were just special. Really, really sweet girl. All right. I did have a filth experience too, and again, I told us a little bit about it at Saturday Night Star Trek. When gosh, I can't escape filth, man, no matter what. At the con where many guests, as there often want to be at Fan Expo, and a couple of Fonzie was there, by the way, but I didn't see him. But at the con where excuse me, oh yeah, Anson Mount and Ethan Peck, Kal-El, buddy, Steve Adam, Anson Mount and Ethan Peck were at the con. As you all know, how much I hate modern day Star Trek filth, which is not real Trek. You all know how much I hate strangled nude worms. But I don't begrudge the actors in any of these shows, or I don't. I mean, look, these guys are doing it. I mean, I joke about it, but I don't. No animosity towards them. So it wasn't a big deal, but I'm just kind of laughing about it, really. But we're walking around very tired at the con because I'm carrying a load there. I need me rest a little bit every now and then. And we went and go sit down in the. There was this big panel area with a big audience area right adjacent to the exhibitors hall. But there was no panel going on, so we just sat down for a rest. And there were screens on each side of the big expanse of seats and a stage. And on the screens had pictures of Anson Mount and Ethan Peck, and it had the word Star Trek on there, which is curious because those guys have nothing to do with Star Trek, right? I mean, what do those dudes have to do with Star Trek? They're not involved with Star Trek that I know of. I've never, but I'm pretty sure I would know it. Anyway, so I'm seeing that, and I'm as being my usual self with my friends, not loud, not like to the whole place. Just sitting there goofing on it. What a bunch of crap. Grumble. And we're talking, just resting for a good while. And all of a sudden, a lady walks up on stage and starts to announce the two actors. And I'm like, wait a minute, this is a panel for them? Oh my God, I'm in a filth panel? Oh no. And interestingly, we were well on the outskirts of the on the I guess the overflow aisle or whatever you want to call it. So there were, and this con, didn't look like it was super heavily attended on Saturday, which would have been the biggest day. I've seen WizardCon on Saturday be much more, have bigger crowds. Let's put it like that. But they didn't exactly pack the thing. Let's put it like that. Did Anson Mount direct some of the new stuff? Maybe. I don't know if he has or not. Steve, I don't know if he's directed or not. I'm not sure. But and a good look. He's a good actor. The actor, look, it's never the actors. All right. I mean, most actors, it just depends on the role and the writing and all that stuff. Or some of them are even good in crap. So yeah. So I'm like, man, cooties, filth track panel. No way, I'll never live this down. I got caught in a filth track panel. But anyway, I did observe that it was not very, I would not say heavily attended. How about that? Mark D, unless you're busy, you're carte blanche, dude. It's up to you. So anyway, I'm gonna check the poll. See, I want to review even more comics than last year. I know last year we reviewed a lot, but not as much as I want. I think I averaged a month, at least once a month though. Steve says, so including yourself, there were like 5. I can't really ballpark it too well, Kal-El, but I would have to say if I had to just maybe 50 to 60 people, maybe, because it was a huge area. I mean, they had enough they could have had a good 1,000 or so, seats there or more. They did not fill it by any stretch of the imagination. It could have been a little more than 50 or 60. Could it have been 100? Maybe. I don't know. But these guys are on a TV show that has the title Star Trek on it, even though it's not Star Trek. Could you imagine anybody from any of the other Trek shows in the old days at any con not filling up a big old ballroom or auditorium like they used to? That's unheard of. A lot of the cons I've been to, which people from all the other Treks, and I'm not talking about the big stars of the shows, some of the, of the backup cast or the lower cast tiers even, would fill up ballrooms, man, at cons. Anson Mount directs TV, says Maddie's daddy. Does he? I didn't know. Well, he acts also. Yeah. And he's an amiable actor. I think people got to kind of go a little nuts for him. I'm like, look, he's also Black Bolt, and it's not his fault that sucked. I'm willing to bet 90% of the people there, including yourself, were there I was there by accident. And I didn't know it was a panel. I didn't know there were, because panels are usually at this particular con, they're in rooms. This is a big convention center, and there are rooms, like there are 2 or 3 floors, and panels are usually upstairs. Panels are generally, but I guess that's not all of them. Maybe they have that one spot there, and it's big enough. Like I said, the 2 overflow rows were empty, and the middle row was not all the way up to the back either. It was like a middle section separating it. It was not a big crowd, and I'm sure some of them were accident, some were not. Look, I'm sure. When I saw the autograph lines on the other side behind there, I didn't see a lot of people, to be perfectly honest. But, this is tight. These are tighter economic days. This is the timing of this con I always thought was a little bad because it's what is it? 2 weeks after Christmas. I've thought, and that's what this time slot has always been when it was Wizard as well. And I've always thought it's not really a great idea for a big con 2 weeks after Christmas, maybe a month. People are still reeling from Christmas. People are trying to get the year started. I've always questioned the logic of having the con, so soon after Christmas. But then, what do I know? What I do know is it's definitely. I've been at these cons on this one when it was the time slot before when it was Wizard that were a lot more jam packed than this. It was a nice, decent size, but it was far more comfortable to move around in than it has been in the past. Just saying. And I was able to get Raquel her UFO badge, which she's gonna love. I'm gonna be sending this to her. I was able to get that for Raquel. I was so proud because she loves her UFO. Yeah. Anyway, so let me take a look at the poll. So I get it right here. So exactly the same. Or forever. I'm shocked with the results so far. Stay shocked. I do know, like I said, J-Man, I don't know if you're still hearing me, buddy. I promise you by tomorrow I will have settled on a Bob Haney classic Earth Beat classic to get to. I'm sorry I'm taking so long. Bob, come on, load up. Sorry, everybody. World's slow assest computer. Hello, computer. J-Man, I'm working on that one, buddy. I promise. Hello, computer. Well done, Mr. Scott. You fixed the barn door after the horses come home. How much refund time before they can take it out again? 8 weeks, sir. But you don't have weeks, so I'll do it for you in 2. Mr. Scott, have you always multiply your work estimates by a factor of 4? Certainly, sir. How else can I keep my reputation as a medical worker? Your reputation is secure, Scotty. All right, here we go. So far we're at 30 votes. And whoa, what a big lead that Hulk Future Imperfect has pulled out to. And shockingly, the Jaily Avengers, which had no ground before, has jumped into second place. What a race this is. At 27%. And of course, now Great Darkness Saga back at 23%. And old X-Men Teen Titans, New Teen Titans, is in 4th place at 13%. What a race. I'm going to leave this one up for a while because it's crazy. It's cray-cray. I never thought that. Oh, that's right. J-Man, you bought some of those Bob Haney comics. Some of those Brave and the Bold at a con. You went to a con recently and got some good stash, from what I understand there. Yes, sir. Yeah, Hunger Boy, that's pretty cool stuff. That I was shocked to find that. I've been looking at for that patch for a while. And Raquel loves her some UFO. So there. Yeah. Well, I tell you what. Mark D with the C. We may have to review Future Imperfect soon, very soon. Great Darkness Saga is going to get done very soon because it was supposed to be last year. And I can tell you some of the other ones that I know for a fact are going to get done. JLA Avengers is going to be done this year. In fact, all the ones on here are going to be done this year. It's just a matter of getting it in order. Let's see. I got one guy who will hook me up with some Superboy Legion of Superheroes books I need. So that's a few months. Oh, cool. Greatness. Hey, your old toys. Good to see you. So the comics that you're seeing on here on this poll, they're going to be done. They're going to be reviewed this year. A couple of the other ones that are going to be reviewed are 1963, a couple an Astro City Saga, Watchmen. Let's see. X-Men. No, I already said that. Something. There are a couple other ones. A lot of them. I averaged more than definitely. I think my average was better. I said last year at least once a month we'll review something, and it averaged out to more than that. I'm pretty sure if I went back and checked, but I want it to be even more. Chris, UFO. Clobby, you know very well Raquel pronounces it UFO. Yes, she does. There will be some shin kicks. She does, but I'm sorry. They say UFO sometimes on the show, but for the most part, they say UFO. They do say UFO, or they say UFO, or they say UFO or UFO. They say UFO. But like Sean Spencer says, I've heard it both ways. I want to have at least 2 comics reviews per month. And I want to make sure that. All right, buddy. Thank you, J-Man, for being here, buddy. You take care. Have a good one. I want to make sure Monday Night Marksy Comics Talk isn't always just open comics talk like it is tonight. Or, I don't know. Tonight I'm doing a little bit more than open. I'm trying to find out some other stuff. So, again, I can't promise anything ever. And I do this every now and then, but it helps me. If any of you've got any suggestions, here's the criteria for comics that I'm going to review. You can throw out a suggestion. It's got to be something that I'm very familiar with. That's a classic. In other words, no cold reviews. What I mean by a cold review is, hey, I've never read that before. Let me review it, and we'll see what we like about it, or if we don't like it. In other words, you don't know when it just stands to reason if you have not read it. It's a cold review because you don't know if you're going to like it, you're going to not like it. Which is, by the way, those kind of reviews are fine, and we could do that, I guess. But what we're doing is classics, things that we know that are established, well-loved classics that we know very well. We're going back and giving them a second look. It's going to be staying mostly in the Silver and Bronze Age, especially Bronze, and not exclusively Bronze, but yeah. And there will be an exception here. Now we reviewed Kingdom Come. That's not really Bronze Age, but and Justice, not really Bronze Age. So there will be exceptions. But the point being is, it has to be something that is a beloved, considered a classic. And doesn't mean it will be above criticism, even if it's a classic. Well, if we gotta be brutal, we'll be brutal. No question about it. You still okay with Nick Fury? Was it by Steranko? Oh yeah. Hungry Boy. Steranko, Nick Fury. Absolutely, sir. It could be an individual issue or individual issues of some stuff or sagas. If it's a long one, we have to, so that works. And almost always I will be reviewing it with a partner. In other words, with someone that is also, I had a lot of great luck Started out the year last year with Mr. Max Von Priestley. Haven't not got back with him yet, but I might try to get him back and see if he's still game to review anything. A good chap. Mark D, of course, has been there for me always. We've had some great times reviewing some stuff with him. Let's see. Of course, J-Man goes without saying. And by the way, this is in addition to the World of Bob Haney. There will be a Bob Haney installment every month, The World of Earth B, with J-Man and myself. And that's different from this, from the review. There'll always be like a special feature, double feature thingy. So that's something different, because that is something that I haven't read a lot. That is going back and reading something that we might not have read before, or if I did, I was 10 years old and I don't remember it, that kind of thing. So Bob Haney features different. But yes, sir, Steranko, it could be a random issue that I haven't read in a long time, but I would go back. But it has to be something considered in the silver and bronze. And there's not much I haven't read from those eras, but there's going to always be something. So if you recommend something, remember, if it's a big saga that could take some doing. For example, here's these 4 tonight that you're seeing there. They're on the list. Claude Sailing. Hey there. Good to see you. Steranko Nick Fury's happening. My buddy Steve Mitchell and I, we're going to do Simonson Thor. I got to get with you, Steve, and find out. We'll have to have like a month's notice so we can both read and determine where our cutoff point is, what we read. Because as we both know, Simonson's Thor run was it was years, and they have them chopped into trade paperbacks. So we can do it that way. We can read the trades. And I want to do that very soon. I'm going to get with Thoth, because that was one of the ones I dropped the ball on last year. It was the Great Darkness Saga. And that was my fault for not getting with Thoth. He's a busy man. Great Darkness Saga happens this year. It would have been great if it happened last year, because I think it was the anniversary, but whatever. It's okay. Anniversary doesn't mean a whole hell of a lot. But what are you gonna do? But anyway, so that's gonna happen. Watchmen's gonna happen. Real Wade Nation Gaming. Hello there. Good to see you. Welcome. Greetings. So yeah, looking forward to that. I love doing these reviews. We'll do other stuff. There's going to be plenty other, but at least every month there's going to be a Bob Haney, and every month there's going to be some kind of comic book review, whether it's a one issue thing, it's a or it's a saga thingy. Dark Phoenix Saga could happen. I know Mark and I have talked about an FF book, like a Kirby FF issue. Oh, FF 176 is going to happen very soon. Again, and I always get someone different. Look, believe me, I like to have someone, always. It's no fun without doing it with someone else. I've reviewed a comic in there by myself, of course, which is great. But in fact, I might pick a random comic tonight just to review for the hell of it. But I don't know. I'd have to see. But I might do that a little bit at random, like a random review once in a while. But it's so much great to have somebody to do it with you. And let's say again, I'm going to get Nick back, because Nick did reviewed Born Again with me. We're going to have LT. LT's going to be there for me with I hope with Great Darkness Saga. Mark and I have done a few, and we got a few more planned. We had about almost a year ago now. Mark, we did Marvel 2-in-1 Annual. That was great. We did Hercules, Prince of Power. We did Wolverine with LT. That was great. Miller Wolverine. So yeah. Oh, Joseph Rubinstein was at that con as well. So I didn't get a chance to talk to him. He was busy. Arthur Adams, Michael Golden, Jim Kruger. Who else was there? Klaus Janson. David Rayborn. Will you cover Jughead? No, sir, I will not. I'm sorry. I'm not qualified to review Jughead comics. But D-Bud, I know you're always a very busy man there, D-Bud, if you're still there, buddy. We got to review an Iron Man comic. It doesn't have to be an Iron Man if you got another idea, but I want to get you on for a review, just the two of us, man, when you get a chance. And by the way, Apollonie's Minions here and the pepperoni, bop, 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 bop. Hey there, pepperoni and Apollonie. I hope you're doing well tonight, my dear. I hope you're being safe out there. Well, D-Bud wants to review a Jughead comic. Well, you know what, D-Bud? For you, I would do it. I mean, I was kind of thinking Iron Man, and if you don't have an Iron Man suggestion, I have one. But if you have an Iron Man issue you'd like to do, I mean, out of the blue, even if I haven't read it in 30,000 years, I'll read it and we'll review it. It can be a one-issue thing or a multiple. But and I only say that because you're stereotyped as the man of iron. You do love Spidey and other things as well, but Iron Man has not gotten any love yet. So I thought you and I should review an Iron Man issue. And I have a couple in mind, but you might have a better suggestion than me. So let me know. I'm gonna bug Nicholas about doing one again. Let's see. He's a busy man though, but he does the Monday night show. But I'm gonna get him. Well, of course, he and I were doing. Of course, he's got enough of his hands full with the comic shop that we're reviewing stuff on over there. So there you go. Yeah, Quagnar. Quagnar says, instead of Jughead, how about Archie meets the Punisher? Yeah. Oh, you know what? You did give me an idea there, Quagnar. There is one comic. Now, it's different. Oh, who wants to see a spur of the moment Clobby trashing the living crap out of a comic for the fun of it? Even if you don't, I'm going to do it. This is going to be a pop review. Mr. Grant Gregory, what's up? And you gave me the idea, Quagnar. Who wants me to review one of the most ridiculous comics ever made? Right now, we're going to do it. Right now. It will only take a minute because it's a stupid comic. It does not deserve any kind of serious review. I've got to let me find it here. That big music. What's up, Grant Gregory? How you doing, sir? There we go. All right. See if it's here. Huh. I think I got it. Got the wrong cover. Got the wrong damn cover on it. That's it, all right. Okay. All right. Let's see here. I hope it's not one of yours, Hungry Boy. I think it is, Hungry Boy. I think you wrote this one. But I'll be gentle. All right. How about an impromptu Clobby review? Because there's one, we might do like a segment once in a while, impromptu Clobby review of a really shitty comic or a really ridiculous comic. How does that sound? Some of you may not agree. Some of you may think this is a good comic. And if you do, it's fine. In a way, it's a really great comic because it's so unbelievably bad and stupid. I think it was made bad. It's one of those comics. It was made bad on not because anyone would be another joke. It was made bad because the guy just thought it would be funny. So, yeah, I think it was intended. I think it was intentionally. I got to say, I think it's intentionally ridiculous. but it's not put out that way. Okay, this is a comic from the 90s. Oh, Oliver Belamonte, what's up? Good to see you. My friend says, Clobby, I was in an unruly mood when I read in DC that they made Batman's foe, the Joker, pregnant. Oh, the comic was joke. Yeah, I heard about. Yeah, man, I've heard about that. It's just a stupid ass gimmick thing. Yeah, we talked about that a little bit last week on Tom's show. I think. All right, I think it was Tom's. Yeah, it's silly stuff. Oliver, don't let it ruin your day. That's a fart in the wind, which is what DC Comics is right now, buddy. It's meaningless crap, pap, and it's not. It's just awful. I understand what you mean, but it's filth. So this comic comes from what I used to call as a comic in comics parlance, the vile 90s. Now it's funny. By the time the 90s rolled around, I was really sick of Oh, Mr. Greg Gregory. Did you? Oh, thank you. No, see, on StreamYards, we can't see when somebody gives out memberships. Mr. Greg Gregory gave out memberships, apparently. Oh, thank you. I did not realize that. Okay, everyone, if you would like a membership and you haven't gotten one yet, Mr. Grant Gregory has made them available. I think you have to go to the top of the tab or something. Man, Mr. Grant Gregory, I did not see that, buddy. I'm so sorry. But see, for example, I can see when someone joins as a member, it shows up. When someone gifts memberships, it doesn't show up on StreamYards. So I apologize, and I'm only looking at StreamYards now. So thank you so much, man. You are too kind. If anyone would like to avail themselves of that, I really appreciate that, sir. Let's see here. So this comic. I've probably talked about it here before, but what the hell? It's from the 90s, and it's one of the unintentionally. I think it may be intentional. I don't know. I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. It's really stupid. How about that? Does that sum it up for you? It's a really dumbass comic. Let me cover it up here for a second with this nice message so I can pull it up. The Clobby random review time. And it threw me off because this printing of it has the wrong cover. So we won't even show the wrong dumb cover. Don't have the original cover. Oh, well, the original cover was kind of funny, actually. Well, okay. All right. True, Guagnar. Well, here we go, Mr. Grant Gregory. Thank you again, sir. This comic is called Punisher Kills the Marvel Universe. You heard right, folks. And you probably know about it. You probably know about this stupid comic already. I'm sure you all know about it. By Garth Ennis and Dougie Braithwaite. Hungry boy, you didn't write this one, did you? Just kidding. I know. All right. So obviously, this is when some of the Elseworld stuff was getting big. This might be no kidding. It might be one of the funniest comics ever made. Like I said, I don't know if it was intentional. But it's great in how horrible it is. Premise: instead of criminals, Frank Castle decides that he hates superheroes. I'm not going to bother reading much from the comic. We're just going to skim it. Donnie Pearson, hey there. So you're supposed to buy the premise. Yes, Gwen is right. Garth Ennis hates superheroes. It's weird though. He liked Superman. Or was that art? Was it Ennis? Or well, anyway, who knows? So this stupid comic has Frank Castle, instead of hating criminals, superheroes cause the death of his family. Because superheroes are all a bunch of assholes. And he hears on the radio that, or whatever, that superheroes are, the X-Men and the Avengers are fighting. I guess they're fighting the Brood or whatever. And wackiness ensues. Danger seems to be over in Central Park, where quick and decisive action by the X-Men and the Avengers has thwarted the intentions of the alien strike force. The aliens, made up of rogue elements from the Skrull and Brood races, are to be whack. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. Punisher's a cop. He comes in there. Superheroes are standing around looking stupid and dull and weird because the art sucks. And everybody's skinny. And the superheroes are making excuses about it, including Frank's he blows Cyclops' head off. Because he accidentally killed Frank's family. And Punisher, I mean, look at this, folks. Standing right there, Captain America and Daredevil. Right there. Not to mention the guy who has eye beams that can blow his friggin' face off. I don't care how fast you are, Frank Castles. Captain America and Daredevil are right there. Daredevil would hear the movement of Frank Castle, and he would stop him so fast. Again, just using comic book logic, right? If you know these characters, in other words, he never takes into account. Look, if you're gonna do a story where he's running around killing superhero stories, okay, superhero characters, you still have to adhere to some certain, no matter how silly your story is, certain eternal superhero logic. Matt J, what's up, buddy? So I don't think, you could get away with killing some of them. I'm not so sure. By the way, where's Professor X? He might have sensed this. I just don't think he can blow Cyclops' head off like that. But let's give him that one, even though Captain America and Daredevil is standing right there. And he kills Scott Summers. And then he starts shooting everybody. Look, he's got a gun. And he's shooting all these guys. And then Wolverine knocks him out. Captain America's like hiding behind his shield. He shoots Kitty Pryde. Wolverine slashes his face. Let me go. He killed her. He killed them all. He killed them all, says Wolverine. Obviously, you can't kill Wolverine or Colossus. I guess they got that right. So wait a minute. You killed them all. He killed Cyclops by blowing his head off. Captain America's just standing around like, duh. He killed Kitty Pryde. I guess it was not intangible. Who's this other guy he killed? I can't even see his face. I got to go back and try to find out who the other dude is he killed. He killed some other dude. Oh my God, was that Hawkeye? Look, there, Thor's. Oh my God, Thor is standing there. Thor is standing there, folks. He killed them all, he said. He killed Hawkeye, I guess. So what the crap is Thor doing? Jobber! What's up, buddy? So Thor's standing right there and just said, yo, what a shame all these mortals have been killed. I guess. On the way, Mark. So, look, he just got away with blowing away a couple of superheroes in front of Captain America and Thor and Daredevil. And you're supposed to, Even as a comic book reader, you know it's goofy comic stuff. You're supposed to take that seriously. Oh man, I remember back in 1995, 6, whatever it was when we were reading this crap. Oh my god, we were killing ourselves laughing at this thing. It's like, oh my god, it's so funny. Hunger Boy says there are a few comics I literally despise. This is one of them. Adding you to the stream. Yo.
Oh, thank you. Hey.
Good
Hello,
to see you,
everyone.
bud.
How's it going?
I just thought I'd have a little fun, impromptu
fun, yeah.
review. All right, so, all right. I know you despise it, Hunger Boy. I think I love it because it's so stupid.
A lot of people don't like Cyclops either, right? So
I love Cyclops. He's my favorite X-Men, but beside the point, dude. Thor and Captain America and Daredevil are standing there, and he's still okay. Let's give him the Cyclops murder because it's a shock, right? It's really quick.
Yeah,
you've got Thor right there. He kills Kitty Pryde and Wolf and I think Hawkeye.
And Kitty can phase too.
And then and she might have called him not phasing. He said he killed them all. What do you mean all? Wolverine said all. What's that supposed to mean? He don't tell you. So here we are. Frank's in jail, and Matt Murdock, attorney at law, is helping him out. Blah 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 blah. I want to get to the next kill because those are the fun parts. Like this. So he goes to this house of this guy. Instead of being brought to Rikers Island, he's brought to some old rich dude with a house. Hey, Larry, good to see you, buddy. And so here we are, the rich dude's house, right?
Yep.
My name is Kesserling. Okay. He brings him inside. And explains to him, okay, Mr. McEnany had a building thrown at him by the Thing.
Uh-oh.
Mr. Krieg was attacked by Wolverine in a case of mistaken identity. Mrs. Pierce was run over by the Ghost Rider. Miss Dunn lost her parents when the Hulk went on a rampage. Mr. Martial, whatever, was crippled by Magneto, and so on. Sometimes they got a mumbled, insincere apology, so because superheroes are assholes. Sometimes not. Nobody really cared. Who created this universe? Zack Snyder? What do you want with me, Kesserling? We want you to punish them. Get it? Because he was Frank Castle. Get it? Get it? It's the pun. The pun is sure. Yeah. We want you to punish him. So, sorry, everybody. I think this is the greatest book. This might be the greatest comic. This might be the greatest comic ever made. I'm sorry, Hunger Boy. I'm kidding. We want you to kill
This is a one shot.
all.
One shot, though, right?
It was a one shot. Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't part of any series.
Mid-90s.
It wasn't an annual, right? Yeah.
A friend of mine made me read it. I'm like, I don't want to. It's no, you got to. I'm telling you, you got to. I said no. I think it was Carlos. He said, "This is Carlos, no, dude. You will laugh your ass." I mean, I couldn't stop laughing because it's so stupid. Like I said, comics are silly. No one's saying they have to be all that logical. Good to see you, Just Joe. But they have to have a certain internal logic, if you know what I'm saying, right? I mean, they've got to at least make sense to themselves.
Or otherwise, the heroes will all be dead in the first battle, right? I mean, you can't kill everyone off. Yeah. It's
Jeff Morris.
Hey, Jeff.
But in other words, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I was just gonna say, yeah. I mean, like the heroes that are the most indestructible get beat up on the most. Like Wolverine always gets beat up the most, because they can take it, or Mr. Fantastic or the Thing. But you don't want to have your other hero like Cyclops here, other than his eye beams and intense training. He's not bulletproof or boom.
Here's the thing about that. What I mean by that mainly is, yes, a normal human can find a way to kill these superpowered people. But let's say, again, they're fictional, silly characters. However, if you say, this guy walked up to Jimmy Olsen and shot him in the face when Superman and the rest of the Justice League were standing there, you go,
not going to happen.
Well, why that wouldn't happen, right? Superman would be so fast. This guy walked up to Cyclops. I could almost he's fast. He just out of nowhere. Everyone's shocked that he did it. He blows his head off. But then the next time he goes to take a shot, there's Captain America, there's Thor, there's Wolverine, there's freaking Hawkeye.
I agree. Yeah.
And there's Cyclops. Oh no, Colossus too.
Yeah.
So it's stupid. Anyway, here they are telling him, listen, I need equipment, built funding, data. You got them all. Justice, Mr. Castle. Justice for the people who don't like superheroes because they're jerks. So next shot, this is so choppy. There's no storytelling. Next shot is Venom and Spider-Man fighting in the sewers. And this is hilarious. So I don't know. You've read this, right?
I think I have years ago, but my memory is so bad.
Well, Didn't okay.
he get? Yeah, because he ends up. Yeah. No spoilers.
They're fighting. Yeah, we'll spoil the shit out of this garbage.
Well, till the
nowhere
end.
left to run, Venom. We are not amused, Spider. This ends here, Brock. Give me your best shots. He's fighting, and they're jerks. You know, remember, superheroes are a-holes. Hold it, Spidey sense is tingling. Something behind me. A bunch of bullets come. Boom. He starts. They're barbed tasers from all directions. Not boo, they're tasers. Venom, stop. I can't dodge with you. These little wires won't stop us. You idiot. I'm doing this. I'm not doing this. So they get electrocuted a little bit, and then Punisher's tricked them. He's electrocuted them both, stunned them enough, and then he comes in and blows Peter Parker's head off.
Which you could never do.
No. Peter Parker, injured, could kick Frank Castle's ass 10 times to Sunday right there. Keely Chow, Roll Tide.
The art's good. I like the art on that page. Yeah.
You like Braithwaite? I don't like it too much. But
I like that page. I like that page. Yeah.
Punisher, what? Why us? Why me? Because somebody had to be the first. Thought that was Cyclops. So, you're telling me Peter Parker, all he's been through, he can't stop an idiot with a gun? I mean, if he'd have killed him in some other way, first of all, how did he kill Venom? By the way, there he is? He blows Venom away with a gun. Why would you be able to blow Venom away with a machine gun?
You couldn't, yeah.
Wouldn't he he could take over Frank? So there you go. Spidey and Venom are dead. Somebody had to be the first, you little screwhead. All right, there he is with his buddy, his tech support dude. What was his
Microchip?
Name? Microchip. Yeah, he's in that. So here we go. Superheroes suck. Superheroes suck. I hate
they're in the A-Team van.
Hulk smash. Yeah, the A-Team van. So Hulk smash, and you can tell it's an evil Hulk because he's got brown pants, no purple pants. That's a dead giveaway. So Hulk is smashing the crappy looking panel here. Now to revert to high. So he waits to, this actually is at least logical. He waits till he follows him till he changes back to Bruce Banner. Was that blam? So it's disgusting. I mean, now we get to the part that's not even funny. It's just revolting. I'm like, okay, when he's killing, there's a certain pathology to killing the murderers who killed. They were absolute criminals who killed your parents. These were superheroes trying to stop an alien invasion, and you're going after him. He's a villain. There's not even anything to be sympathetic to the Punisher about in this thing, whereas you can at least have the sympathy for him avenging his family. So there's nothing sympathetic about him in this comic. It's just about Garth Ennis wanting to kill superheroes. When, of course, the Tick said it best. Guns and superheroes don't mix. I never liked the freaking Punisher, to be honest with you. He's a ripoff of Mac Bolan.
I think it's just that those first few appearances in Spider-Man were, the costume is so iconic too, I think, and it's just the 70s kind of thing, the vigilante era, and it just took hold. But you're right, it's not a good subject for a superhero.
Yeah, I don't think he belongs. But people like him, and that's fine. So here we go. Next, the Kingpin. So he does go after a villain, Fanty. He goes after the Kingpin, which is fine. I mean,
I can believe this one.
This one's fine. Although, wait a minute. All these other, look, Spider-Man can't grab the gun and break it and bend it, but the Kingpin can. But He's got the gun behind his back. He tricks Kingpin and blows his stupid head off. He has to shoot him. Man, it was a bloody fight too. But he kills him, and he gets caught. And then Matt Murdock springs him again. No, Matt Murdock. No, I think they spring him. Here's my favorite though.
Fantastic car.
Okay.
Poor Hungry Bird's got to. He said the art is killing him. He's got to watch the chat and listen to this as a podcast. Just tape a paper over the screen. And
I'm not seeing. I'm seeing it the other. I'm not
panel.
Getting to see much of the chat, you guys. So whatever you're saying, I'm kind of. But so I'm sorry, I'm missing some of that good stuff because I got my eye on the page. But Chris says, but that can't work. Bruce has tried to self-delete, and the Hulk spit the bullet out. Castle cannot delete Bruce. But yeah,
that's true. Yep.
But Garth Ennis is an idiot. That's my only answer for you, Chris. Is Garth Ennis is a moron. So here we go. I'm just saying the logic of him sneaking up on him like that's fine. But Chris is also right that it shouldn't work. So here we go. We hit Latvian airspace 30 seconds ago. The Kingpin's scrambler should register us as the Fantastic Four. This is a hologram of the Fantastic Four because he's using it to trick Dr. Doom. Damn it. Thing jumped on me. So this is Frank Castle going after Dr. Doom, folks. Surely he can't beat Dr. Doom, right? A cop from New York.
Well, if he took out the Hulk, why not?
He said, I mean, he didn't even say yippee-ki-yay. So here he goes to Castle Von Doom. Puny insect, you are as nothing before the might of doom. You seek to creep upon me. I was tracking your craft the instant you crossed my country's borders. Your subterfuge was useless. I saw you land upon my castle walls. You are far beyond your depth, insect. Now pay the price for your impudence. Then he throws something on his head.
Ultimate nullifier?
What is it? Yeah, it looks like one of the wizard's discs. No, it won't come off. I will not allow this. Nothing you can do about it. Let's see. First, the feedback ought to take care of your robot armies. So this disc thing, to make sure I got the one true Doom. Magnetic mine won't dent that thick head, huh? That's okay. We got all the time in the world. So all the time that Doom escapes everything, all of the time that, uses Doom bots to get away with stuff and leaves the planet for years. Yep. No. The Punisher has, and by the way, don't explain shit about what the device is. The device
where'd he get that?
I don't know. Someone is, whoever he got it from, I guess what microchip is smarter than Dr.
He's smarter than Reed Richards?
And Reed Richards, because he created a device that could disrupt all of Doom's stuff.
Doom bots,
and all this other crap.
His armor.
And mess up his armor, and then it could beat the crap out of him to death. Beat him to death.
Yeah.
So he does. He beats him to death.
I hope Purple Valkyrie hasn't read this one.
Yeah. This is Doug.
She loves Dr. Doom. Yeah.
It's like we don't have to think. We'll just do a stupid story. I mean, so here we go. Now we're on the moon. And it's so choppy. Look, you have one scene where he's talking, let's say, to what's his face? He goes, "Oh, Doom was right. I am out of my depth." He hadn't stopped to give his speech. I'd been torn in two. You look better. I'm got to admit, kind of people I'm up against, guns and guts just ain't enough. Why not? You've been slaughtering them already.
Yeah.
Let's see what we can do with the equipment, Micro, because we're gonna have to get sneaky. Next shot, no explanation. Just a bunch of X-Men.
That looks like a copy of Jim Lee's art, or is it me?
Yeah, it does look like a crap copy, and I don't even like Jim Lee that much.
To the moon.
It's so stupid. It's like, all of a sudden, it's just all these X-Men on the freaking. What? Why is Mr. Sinister there? Why is Silent Apocalypse? How did he get Magneto there? How did he get all these X-Men there? And the Alpha Flight, for that matter. Just because they didn't have time to tell any kind of coherent story. They just said, put them all together and we'll kill them. Ironic or not, you're right then. You say this is our final battle, Magneto, for the combined X teams cannot allow you, Apocalypse, and your unholy alliance of acolytes, evil mutants, to continue in your wrongdoing. But it was you who chose the moon as our battlefield to set up this done, not us. We simply followed the directions. So in other words, Storm is by exposition saying that they were tricked there. And then Magneto is saying, why play games at the most critical, most apocalyptic hour, Storm? We set no challenge. You did. Oh my God, they're all so stupid. They got tricked by the Punisher and Micro. So what's there? A big bomb. Gee, it's a good thing none of these people with superpowers could, I don't know, like teleport them off of there, or Magneto can't grab the bomb with his magnetic powers. I didn't know that Apocalypse and these guys can be killed by something like that. I hope it didn't blow the moon out of orbit.
Well, then we get Space 1999.
Yep, that is the moon, right? I think they said it was the moon.
That's the moon, yeah. The blue area of the moon, or
I guess. So he nuked it. Did he nuke the Inhumans too?
Well, that's okay if it's the more of a MCU Inhumans. No complaints there.
They just, yeah. I mean, were you a freaking like 12-year-old when you wrote this, Garth? I mean, what the hell, dude?
This had to be written as a spoof. I mean, there's no way this is serious.
Well, I mean, he's not serious. He hates superheroes.
Yeah, it's just so.
But it's just so stupid. It's not even, look, I hope it wasn't on purpose.
No.
So next shot,
fun, yeah.
Wolverine is a down and out drunk because oh man, this is so funny.
And he's drunk.
Talking to himself. He can't get drunk, but I guess he can. Everything's gone. He's talking to himself. Everything's gone wrong these past couple of years. Can't believe it. All my buddies die on the moon. Me in Japan on a lousy wild goose chase. Oh, the Avengers get fried in a teleporter accident. What? A teleport? What? Were they going up to the Enterprise? Let's see. Someone floods the vault, drowns every creepo there holding their. Oh, how convenient. Captain America's supposed to be investigating, but he ain't got zip. I mean, I even heard they found Mr. Fantastic dead in a dumpster.
Oh, no.
Thank you for telling us this, Mr. Wolverine exposition. What? That kind of talk just might get me riled up. I hope so. I had enough trouble finding you. I'm the one that sent you chasing shadows in Japan while I did your buddy's rant. Your buddy's runt? Sorry. Been saving you for a special occasion. Remember me? Oh, because of the scars on. Wait a minute. The scars on the face are that big of a deal, really, dude? Well, I got you dirty murder piece of. Not this time, Shorty. So he grabs Wolverine by the throat.
Back when Wolverine was Shorty. Although, doesn't Wolverine weigh like 800 pounds or something?
I don't know.
According to Phantom will tell us. So, doesn't Wolverine, isn't incredibly heavy because of the adamantium skeleton?
Either way, I don't think Punisher can lift him with one hand, but that's just me. You son of a. So he does something to his neck. Did he just hit him in the neck or something? Oh,
yeah.
Did he stab him in the neck? I guess he cut him in the neck, but that wouldn't. I guess he cuts him or slashes him in the neck, which wouldn't be a big deal for Wolverine. It would hurt, but
he's the best at what
best day, Castle. Yeah. So it not in your dream. So not as soused as you seemed. You can't get drunk, idiot. Whoa. So they're fighting. I want you to feel what's coming, he says to Wolverine. He knocks him through a fence. Psycho creep, you killed my friends. Killed my friends. They killed my family. And they said, sorry. And so he takes Wolverine's own claws, I guess, guts him right to the back, and then pushes him up against a transformer, right? And burns him to a crisp.
So Fanti and Chris say Wolverine weighs 300 pounds. Say I put him on a.
Okay.
They put him on a diet. I thought it was like,
I guess.
but it is much heavier than much heavier than a normal person. Yep.
Well, sorry doesn't cut it, so Wolverine can now burn.
That never happened.
I guess he can't heal right now.
Can't heal fast enough. Yeah.
Look at him. He's got. What is that? His adamantium skeleton, but the rest of him's all burned off. Holy shit! At least make up ways to kill somebody instead of like electricity. So stupid. So they're all. He has succeeded beyond our wildest expectations, says the guy who hired him. And there's this shot. This is hilarious. This it was a 2-part page, but the short years has exterminated nearly 500 superhumans. 500.
Wow.
He's been apprehended by the law only on 2 occasions, and freeing him has been comparatively simple, with Micro providing technical support, no defense. But Micro's the worst supervillain ever.
Yeah.
Could just weapon, blah, blah, blah. So here's a montage of all the people he's killed. There's Nick Fury. There's Spidey. There's Ben Grimm.
No
How'd he do that? I don't know how he killed Ben. So screw yourself. Ghost Rider. Wait a minute. I want to know how he killed Ghost Rider. Are we gonna?
Is Ghost Rider already dead? Or a demon?
Yeah. So the Punisher killed Ghost Rider. It makes me think of Critical Drinker, as the great Critical Drinker, when he says, "How'd he do it? Don't know."
Don't know. Yeah.
Don't know. How'd he kill the Thing? Don't know. Green Goblin. Yeah, I mean, I can see anyone could kill him. Let's see who else did he kill. Hulk. Yeah, we saw that. Is that Sue Richards? I guess. Iron Man. Okay, not sure. No. Human Torch. I guess he forgot to use his flame. The Vision.
Grey.
The Vision he killed for some reason. Jean Grey. Sure. Well, she was on that moon. Black Panther. Venom.
Was that the raging Cajun? Is that Gambit under all?
Yeah, Gambit's there. Yeah, he was with them at the moon, probably.
Gonna kill Longshot. He's still lucky.
In God's name, Frank. In God's name, Frank. What's going on here? I mean, why are you being friends with this piece of filth?
How'd they catch him?
Let's see.
I mean, he can kill the Hulk. How do you catch a guy that can kill the Hulk?
I don't know how they got him this time. He didn't say. It just shows that he killed a bunch of people. Let's see.
He turned himself in? No, it doesn't say, right?
No, I don't know. Yes, he turned himself in, I think, actually. No. I don't think he turned himself in. Completed task gate, killed them all. They're chanting, kill them all, kill them all. You can't. He just got caught. It doesn't tell you why, because the comic makes no sense. So there he is. Right? I killed 500 times. I'm a mass murderer. System failed me. Murdoch couldn't protect my family. It couldn't punish the guilty. It can't even hold me. God name's Frank. So why do you care? Because somebody has to. I'm not stopping, Matt. Never. Forget about me. So next shot, he's just shooting at Captain America. I mean, they don't tell you anything.
Yeah,
he got out, and Captain America's the only guy alive, which sort of makes sense.
Well, he says in jail, no prison can hold him. Yep, so he breaks out.
Right, so here he goes. He's shooting Captain America, and the Cap. That's the last of your bullets, Castle. The end of your weapons. Just you and me now. This is the funniest. This is, oh my God, this part. So he punches him. What happened to you, Castle? You were a soldier once. Now you're a disgrace. And so he's standing there. Yes, sir. I was a soldier, but I guess you could say I once had myself a lie kind of day.
Massacre in Vietnam.
Right. My
soldiers, yeah.
My sir, Vietnam. Okay. Or have you forgotten the Nam? I know we didn't fight in the same circles. If you had, you'd know. So Captain America turns his back on the guy who's murdered 500 people.
Yeah.
To scope out the scene before you turn the battle. Look at the look on Captain America. This is the most priceless. Captain America's like, what? Who? Look at his face.
Yeah.
Look, hey, Matthew Pounder, good to see you. Look at his face. Look at Captain America. I was like, are you going to shoot me now or what? Well, it's Captain America. His shield is in his hand. You haven't been where I've been at all. Boo. So who are you to judge? Captain America, dude.
No, he hasn't
Boom, let
really
him shoot him.
fought that much.
Nah. He doesn't. He has this friggin' shield in his hand. I love this comic's fantastic. I'm sorry, it's so
Plus,
funny.
in some iterations, isn't his costume bulletproof? Or I can't remember, but not that it matters.
He's gonna shoot him in the head.
You know, his costume bulletproof, though. Yeah, but
so Frank goes back to all these people. You'll never see me again. Blah blah. Stop right there. You are. You saved us from jail. We sent you on your mission. We gave your worthless life meaning. Whatever. What I do tonight for you, Kessling, I do blah, blah, blah. They're arguing. Who cares? Because it's not interesting. Because you're stupid. Oh no, Daredevil is far from being your last kill. Except that you will terminate. What's that? Let's see. Come and war will be born. They have had the annoying habit. Our own private killing machine. Go to hell. Stop. So he's going to shoot the guy who could kill all these superheroes. That's
yeah.
smart.
What are you going to do to him, right?
So boom, he shoots the guy, and people have let your pain run way past its course. You're nothing but a bunch of bitter old fools. If I ever hear from any of you again, I'll come back and kill you all, he says. And then they drive off. It's time to go kill Daredevil. Hell's Kitchen. Welcome home, Frank. Back where it all began. Not for me. It began for me way upon blah, blah, blah. Argue. Stupid. He starts shooting. But Daredevil can give him a tussle. The other guys can't.
Not the Hulk, but Daredevil.
The Hulk, but Daredevil can, whip his ass. Knocks him down. I mean, Daredevil's just whooping up on him. Kicked his ass again. You killed just about everyone, Frank. Some very good people, some very bad people, but people all the same. And you murdered them all. I killed a bunch of arrogant scum. Frank, somewhere under all that hate and fury, you still know right from wrong. No, I don't think so, dude. What? Don't damn yourself by crushing that out. I'm begging you. Let it end. Blah, blah, blah. Screw you. You're a superhero. I hate you because Garth Ennis hates superheroes. So he grabs him and he guts him because Daredevil's all of a sudden can't fight anymore. And he kills him, and then he finds out he's Matt Murdock. The only guy that was dumb enough to jump to help him. And, hey, Frank, you're really a dumbass. Think about it. Yeah, I think I am. No, Matt, he says, but you killed us all. No, Matt, there's one more to go. Boom. The end of the dumbest comic you're ever going to read ever. Dearest, hey there. So didn't you just love that? It's hilarious. Fantastic.
That's insanity. Yeah, I mean, just it's a spoof of those big crossover comics, or just their Fred Hembeck destroys the Marvel Universe. I don't know. It's
yes.
It's not even good though. That's the I mean,
no, it's not good.
Some of the Hembeck is funny, but some of this is really not even good. I mean, it's just.
I guess they didn't say that he killed the Silver Surfer, but that would be a neat trick. He probably just shot him in the head, and that was enough. I'm sure he shot Galactus right in the face, and that was pretty good anyway.
Or what if they, if he had stolen the powers of Galactus somehow and then killed everyone? That.
Boy, Micro's the toughest guy. Boy, Micro's a genius.
Don't mess with Micro. God.
Dearest, he's the brains, right? So Dearest is Frank pointing a gun at Roger's head. I don't believe it. One of the only things that the Civil War storyline did right was that Frank respected Cap. Well, this is a dumb story where he hates all superheroes. It's an Elseworlds thing or Alterverse thing, Dearest. It's just a really terrible comic for those who came in late called Punisher Kills the Marvel Universe. It's from the 90s. I was just showing it just to goof on it because it was something to goof on. It's really ridiculous. It doesn't even understand its own internal funny book logic. It's so stupid. Did Fred Hembeck write this comic? No. Not yet. Well, sort of. Hembeck, no, but Garth Ennis. Hembeck would never write disrespectful trash like that. So it's just now there's a worse comic that I'm going to read one day. I'm going to ask if anyone's heard of it. At almost around the same time that we were reading this, my friends and I, and laughing our ass off in the 90s at this ridiculous comic. Either before or after it, somewhere around the same time, there was a comic that was even worse and more disgusting and not even funny. Well, yeah, it was the same kind of funny because we used to sit and laugh at it. I mean, it was around the same lines. And I'm going to ask if any of you have heard of this comic. There's no doubt in my mind one of you will have heard of it, if not two or three. Ready?
Ready.
It was by Marvel. It was a sort of the anti-version of Marvel's, but it was called Ruins by Warren Ellis. Ruins. I'm not going to show that tonight. I'll just save it for another night to show it. I think it was 2 issues. It tried to be like the Alex Ross painted art, but it was like an ugly, terrible, ugly version of it.
Wasn't a good
Ruins.
version.
It makes this look like an Archie comic. Yeah, Guagnar's read it. Basically, what it does, what Ruins is it takes. No, he's not Ruins. That was the worst. But Ruins, what it does. You know how Marvel's tells the story of the Marvel Universe from the perspective of Phil Sheldon, the reporter?
Yeah.
And this is Phil Sheldon, but it takes the Marvel Universe to Warren Ellis wrote it, so you know it's sick, right? It takes the Marvel Universe to, well, let's see, for example, Don Blake didn't find the actual hammer of Thor. He found he went up in the Himalayas and he found these plants that made him insane, made him think it. He's sitting there with like a ball peen hammer thinking he's Thor, but it's delusional. The Avengers do exist, but they go up in a space rocket and get blown out of the sky and they're murdered. The Fantastic Four come back as all horrible mutations. The Hulk is like this ugly, bubulous, like blob or something because because of what the gamma rays did to him. So is Rick Jones. Peter Parker is it basically dies of the radioactive spider turned him into it just killed him basically. Magneto, there's a scene where he's walking through an airport and somebody accidentally bumps against his belt that he's got holding his powers back, and it causes all these planes to start crashing down. It causes iron in the blood of people to start leaving, being sucked out of their bodies. The Kingpin runs a Turkish prison type thing where he tortures mutants in hideous, horrible ways. Oh. Captain America, the super soldier serum turned Captain America into a cannibal. Nick Fury is a murdering scumbag. Get in the picture.
Pretty bad. Yep.
It's horrific. No, the pain is going back to the ruin. This pain. It's like, dude, why would you do something that's so? I mean, if you don't like superheroes, I have a suggestion. Don't write a comic with superheroes. I mean, let people have their damn superheroes. But no, it's not a good story because it extrapolates all these things. What would really happen type stuff, and it makes them to such ridiculous proportions that they're just as preposterous as the heroes. The whole superhero powers idea in themselves.
Yep. I'm looking at Punisher Kills the Marvel Universe. It's about online. It's about $40. Wow, why not? I'm surprised that one's worth that much.
This what I found had a different cover.
Yeah, well, there's the first cover, then there's a reprint cover from 2000.
The first cover's hilarious.
Yeah,
he's standing on a mountain of dead bodies.
Yeah,
whatever. Yeah. So,
craziness. Yeah, I wonder what the idea behind that was.
Dearest, the weird thing about Warren Ellis is that he does hate superheroes, but he loves Superman. Just like Mark Millar was another one that likes a lot of dark, evil crap about superheroes, but he loves Superman. I don't understand these guys. I mean, Ellis really is a big fan of the character of Superman, and yet he likes. I mean, he wrote Look, and they wrote. Ellis wrote Stormwatch and The Authority, and Millar wrote The Authority, and there were good comics, but they weren't superhero comics. They were super beings. I mean, Ellis wrote Planetary, which is a great comic, but I mean, it is. I mean, it's horrible to superhero and pulp characters. but it's a good comic. But I don't mind that
Yep.
because they're knockoffs. He uses archetypes and knockoffs to tell the story, and it's because what he does to the Fantastic Four and that thing. Oh my god! But it's knockoff, and Planetary is a great comic if you like to read a comic of 27 issues over the course of 12 years.
That was one of those. It's never going to be out.
Oh.
It's never going to come out. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember like around maybe 98, what it was, or something like that. And Planetary came out, ballpark, and maybe 97, 98, 99. But a buddy of mine got me into it. Great art by John Cassidy, by the way. And it was Warren Ellis. I was going, oh, Ellis is kind of a shit. But all right. And I liked it. I remember reading the first issue. Okay, yeah, it's good. And it was coming out, somewhat semi-regular.
Yeah.
For a while. And I would pick it up and think, oh man, this is going to can't wait to the next issue. This is good stuff. Cool comic. And again, for older readers, not for kids. And it wasn't superheroes so much as it was super beings. And it's fine. I mean, again, it wasn't, even though they did later cross them over with DC. DC got Wildstorm and they had to meet the JLA and stuff. But anyway. But so Planetary, though, other than those crossovers, all of a sudden, you wouldn't see one for years. And I'd forget about it. I think they're like 20. I want to say about like 26 or 7 issues and 1 or 2 specials over the course of, good God, like almost 14 years or something. Now do that math because I'm not good at math.
Yeah.
An issue would come out and say, hey, Planetary came out. I said, what? Really? Oh, I got to go back and read the other one that I read 2 years ago.
You forget what you read, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you pick up the trade now, you're fine. It's a good comic. But but Planetary, I'm not. That used to happen with a few comics. I mean, it's happened all throughout the comic industry. But yeah,
yeah. Wolverine versus Hulk Unlimited. I remember that one was like a year and a half or 2 years. That was that Jar Jar was involved in that or someone? And it was when the Hulk splits Wolverine in half, rips him in half.
I don't know.
It was an unlimited, but it took forever. The running joke at our comic book shop was like, did issue 4 come out yet? Or whatever it was.
Of course.
Because you're waiting for it, and you bought the other issues. There was a lot of hype on it. It was, what the heck was it? Was it guy from Lost, I think, wrote one of the guys from Lost. Yeah, it was, Damien Lindelof.
Lindelof, that idiot.
Yeah, and it took freaking forever for the damn thing to come out. Or waiting for it. And then so I'm going to spoil it, but I think the Hulk ended up eating him, and then the Wolverine ended up reconstituting in his stomach and ripping him up from the inside, I think.
Thank you, Fanty. 27 issues over 10 years. Over 10 years. That's not a lot. Am I wrong in thinking am I jumping the gun and thinking that's not a lot?
That's not right, yeah.
No, it's not a lot. So, then a couple of specials, I think, Fanty. But, so I think the first glaring example of a comic that took forever was I remember Pacific Comics came out, and they came out with Kirby's Captain Victory. Then they came out with Miss Mystic by Neil Adams. We were all pumped about it. It was when I was running the shop in the early 80s. And we were all, we all bought it. It was Neil Adams at the time. It was huge, and he was moved to another company, and it wasn't very good, but we're like, we still wanted it. It was great art, and we were going to buy the next issue, right? Well, it went years before number 2 came out. And then DC came out with a book called Camelot 3000. I don't know if you're familiar with that.
No. I mean, I've heard the name, but I haven't read it. No.
Camelot 3000 by Michael Barr and Brian Boland. And we bought the first issue, pretty good. And we were all stoked about it, like, all right, this is nice. Cool comic.
Yeah.
D-Bud's still waiting for the new issue of Miss Mystic. So Camelot 3000, and for the first couple of issues, it was fairly unscheduled. It was supposed to be a 12-issue maxi series. Well, the first issue had to come out something like maybe 80. I want to say 82, 83, somewhere up in there, right?
Okay.
After a while, it became, hey, Camelot 3000, is that ever coming out again? When it got to like issue 8 or 9, they were, don't get me wrong, there were months between the other ones. In fact, not too long ago, I went and looked at Mike's blog to see and looked at it. There was like a year and a half between an issue. And then again, also Matt Wagner's Mage did that. A lot of independent comics did do that in the 80s. You got kind of used to it. but still, it was always the one that you wanted. Like, man, this is a good comic. I hope they put another one out one day. You know, and Astro City got that way, and when it started its regular run when Busek started getting all this work from doing Avengers and Thunderbolts and all these other books in the early 2000s. Astro City started getting left them behind a little bit because it was this love project that wasn't really the biggest money like the other thing. So it was one of those comics I couldn't wait for. So when it would finally come out, I go, hey, I get my stack. And oh, wow, Astro City came out this week. Cool.
Wow, it's in there. Wow, cool.
Yeah. And Planetary came out. What? That's weird. Yeah. Watchmen's the last couple issues of Watchmen took a long time to come out. I remember. Of course, actually, I think Dark Knight Returns number 3 and 4 took forever. Number 4 took forever. So that was not an uncommon deal. These guys were. I'm like, none of you guys are fast like Kirby. Come on, man. So,
right?
Yeah. What are you gonna do? But yeah, comics take forever. Now they don't because nobody cares about them. So if they take forever, no one even gives a shite. Gwagnar, I hate All-Star Batman, but no, I don't think that it never finished. No. Pretty sure it didn't finish, right?
No, it didn't finish. I started buying that. I think I stopped. But that was a disaster, right? That was the Frank Miller with the art
and Jim Lee.
And Jim Lee art, yeah.
Batman's an evil jerkhole. Now I loved All-Star Superman. That took some time to come out.
Didn't he slap Robin in the first issue or do something? Or he's beating up Robin?
I think so. He's the one that said, I'm the goddamn Batman or whatever.
Yeah.
People putting that saying all over the place. Yeah. And Wonder Woman's basically Wonder Woman is kind of like a dominatrix, and all the superheroes are a bunch of whipped weeds.
Yeah.
Yes.
Twisted mind of Frank Miller. God.
Come on, Frank. Why, man? Jesus.
Well, when you get to be that popular.
Dribble. Yeah.
I did like a lot. Oh, he made Robin eat rats. Yeah. I remember it was just sick stuff.
And he beat Al. I think he beat Alfred or something.
Yeah, it was beyond the pale. Yeah.
But it's nowhere near bad as the second Dark Knight book.
Oh yeah, Dark. That was horrible. Did they do a third one too?
Yeah.
Dark Knight, yes, that was horrendous too. Yeah.
That no one even cared at that point.
It was expensive too. I mean, it was like a $7 book back then. Yeah.
And there were gazillions of Grendel, but Matt Wagner's Mage, which I like this first Mage series. It's like 15 issues of that. That took like 10 years almost, I think. Or it felt like 10 years. I mean, it wasn't 10 years, but it took a long time. And then there's Redeemer, Hungry Boy, which is never going to come out. We had a solicitation for it at the shop in the early 80s, Joe Kubert's Redeemer. I couldn't wait for that one. And going to be waiting for another couple hundred years. It's never coming out. But yeah, that happened with comics. So the good stuff made you wait. What can I tell you?
Yeah.
So, oh my goodness. So let me take a look at the poll. Let me refresh it.
Check the poll. Yep.
Let's see how we're doing on the poll. Give me a second here to refresh it. Refresh it, my friends, and we will see what's going on in our exciting poll. All of these comics will get reviewed in 2023. One was meant for 2022 and didn't get done, and I'm pretty upset about that. But let's see here. All right, hurry up. Kind. Takes a second, folks. Sorry. I'm sorry. Here we go. All right, so far, we got a lot of votes though. All right, got a lot of votes. Should be president. Yeah. We have 46 votes so far. Hey, it's asking me if I want to become a member of my own channel. Sure.
You should join, yeah. I highly recommend it. It's a great channel to join.
Isn't that weird, though? Seriously? Why would it do that? Oh, whatever. I didn't think it... whatever. Well, YouTube, what is wrong? Anyway. Okay. 46 votes. The question was, of course, which of these comics would you like to see reviewed? JLA Avengers isn't... Wow, it took the lead, dude. It was behind. It was way behind. Holy shite. JLA Avengers jumped way back into an impressive league. I mean, it was in third place the whole time now. I haven't checked in an hour or so. 37%. JLA Avengers in the lead. In second place is Hulk, Future Imperfect, and 28%. And in third place, the Great Doctor Saga at 22%. And in the caboose, way back, now at 13%, X-Men New Teen Titans, which is weird because that's the one I was just talking to Ace about the other night. And he and I, so we meant to review for a while. Hey there, Tim Hayes. Good to see you, my friend. So we're going to actually be reviewing that soon. Well, all of them will get reviewed soon. I think J-Man and, I don't know if it's J-Man and Sean might review JLA Avengers. If not, but of course, if you want a piece of that one, let me know. You and I need to think of some stuff to review. I thought you might want to. Yep. Didn't we talk about Future Imperfect?
Yeah, I think we talked about, because we were talking about Peter David at one point. Yeah. Yeah.
George Perez. Yeah. So, yes, that will get done soon.
That's a good one.
D-Bud says, came out 2011, came out in April of 1984. Issue 12 came out and it didn't come out until January of 1985. Issue 1 came out in 82. So that a 12-issue comic took from 1982 to 1985. But it was so inconsistent. It's not like it was. Yep. I remember, look, I gave up on Camelot. I mean, I was going to buy it when it came out, but I'm like, they're never coming out with that. I was actually shocked when they came out with issue number, I think, wasn't the biggest gap between 10 and 11, or am I wrong there on Camelot? D-Bud, I thought there was a pretty good gap between 10 and 11 also, but I may be thinking 11 and 12. Watchmen started taking a while for its last issues as well. You know, nothing came out on time.
Well, nothing that bad though, right? Yeah. Nothing. I mean, it was maybe months, right? But it wasn't years. Yeah.
No, I mean, Watchmen was 12 issues, and it took about certainly well over a year and a half to come out, which is not as bad as Yeah. Because now, Dara says, I just saw Camelot 3000 in the bins of the store. Almost had the whole series. Yeah, well, great art. I never was that big on. Sorry, Hungry Boy. I don't know if he might be a buddy of yours. I'm never a big buddy on Mike Barr's writing personally. Maybe a nice dude, and I didn't really like his Star Trek comics that much. I didn't like his Batman and the Outsiders that much personally. I mean, this is the guy that created the Force of July. Come on. For Batman.
What a great pun. That's classic. Huh?
Yeah, I wasn't too big of a fan of his writing, to be honest. It wasn't, about Camelot 3000, right? It was pretty cool. I mean, but they were the Knights of the Round Table reincarnated in the future.
Yeah, the sound. I mean, I've just
art's great.
Seeing the idea, it sounds great. I guess that's one of those that you grab like now years later, just grab the trade and read it. So
I'll be honest with you. Aside from the premise, it's been so long. I don't think I remember much of the story. I just remember the art being nice.
Yep.
Let's see. I only met Barr once. He was oafish. No problem. He was oafish. D-Bud says, Camelot 3010 came out December of 83. The gap between 11 and 12 was the longest. Okay. Got you covered. Thank you, by the way, buddy. I appreciate you that. Let's see. Dira says
it came out eventually.
Yep. Dira says on Nick's Toxic Tuesday, it was discovered that Camelot 3000 was one of the comics sitting on the bed. Yeah, Revenge of the Nerds. Yeah, I went and looked
that's right. Too. Yeah, that's right. Yep.
And I went and looked that up.
Yep.
That's right. And I remember that other comic was Orion, Lord of Atlantis, and they both came out the same. I checked it; they came out the same week. So they just went to a nearby comic shop to find some comics. Michelle O'Rourke Johansson, hello there, my dear. Good to see you. I hope you're feeling better, and hope you and the family are enjoying that new baby.
Congratulations! Yep.
Congratulations.
I did get new comics today.
Oh no! Do you want to show those?
Yeah,
our comic show. If you want. The new comics. Ugh. Should we do that to our friends? We already punished them. We just punished them, but we should punish them some more, I guess.
Punish them some more. Yeah, let me get the mic out of the stage.
Who's ready for some punishment? All right, everyone, I want you to know this punishment, it comes from courtesy of Mark D with a C. It's nothing to do with me.
Well, you make me buy these comics. You told me I had to buy them.
That's true.
You got to do
force
it.
him to buy them, so I don't have to.
Make me buy them. Yeah.
He buys them, so you don't have to.
So let's see if there's anything good in this batch. Here.
They're new comics. I can answer that question for you right there, dude. I mean, are they new
The
comics?
cover art. Yeah, they are new. Yeah, just came in
Look,
the mail.
our buddy
today.
J-Man buys some new crap too, so I don't know what's wrong with him. J-Man, dude, what? He's not here right now, but
Yeah.
I can't pick on him when he's not here. But he buys some of that stuff too.
Let's get my if I put the stand up, make life easier. Yeah, it's always a great day, right? When it's comic day and they show
I don't know,
up
Matt. Matthew Pounder wants to know, is this the pregnant Joker comic? I agree with Fancy. Ew, new comics.
So. That was all that was a joke, wasn't it? It was a total spoof or something
It
silly.
was. No, it was in some. It wasn't a. I mean, it's considered canon. Who knows?
Yeah, but
I don't know why anybody cares. It's garbage. But
yeah, it was a it was like a creature kind of thing. Creature feature thing. Yep.
Right.
So let's get set up here. Dude, vamp.
There we go. We just look. At least look at this way, folks. Yes, it's crappy new comics, but you get to make fun of Mark for buying new comics.
You can make fun of me. Yep.
Actually, there's a new comic out. I don't know if it came out this week or not. I got to check tomorrow if they come out with that new comic by Paul Levitz and Alan Davis, but the Avengers that I want. I'll be buying a new comic this month, folks. I got to admit it. Not proud.
It's not a reprint?
No. Paul Levitz never worked for Marvel. This is a new comic series called Avengers End of Time. It takes place in the Bronze Age. It's got art by Alan Davis.
Wow.
It's coming out this month. If it hadn't come out already, I must have.
I got to check. Yep. I got to check my pull list. Yep. So this is Detective Comics.
God, it's ugly.
Mr. Freeze, and the art by who was that?
Nobody. Mickey Sherman. Comic book covers make my eyes hurt.
Okay, so we're gonna a thumbs down from the.
Fancy, if you're talking about that Avengers comic, it's Paul Levitz. That's why I'm buying it.
This one is a thumbs down, I guess. Yep.
War Across Time. There you go. It's out this week. Thanks, Wagner. I must have it. Even if it sucks, it's Paul Levitz. I got to try. All right, so.
Okay. So that's a 0. Okay, so we got Avengers. Earth's Mightiest Heroes, number 64. Jason Aaron.
Why does Captain America look like he got a little bit of crap kicked out of him?
Because Punisher just really worked him over.
Punisher must have. Look at Namor. Oh, is that Namor? Look at his face. Oh my God, he looks horrible.
Yeah.
Good God.
Yeah, the new
man.
way they've been drawing Namor has just been.
That's awful. That's
he's
horrific.
like a teenager with big ears.
Oh, that's so bad.
Who's that on the far right? Is that
who that?
Is that Thor?
Is that Thor? You tell me.
Yeah, I think that's Thor in the Herald of Galactus costume. Yeah, that's Odin. Odin's got Thor's hammer. I guess.
Why's he got the hammer?
I don't know. He stole it.
Oh, shit.
Ms. Marvel.
It's supposed to be.
Who the heck is that?
Is Nighthawk supposed to be? That's not.
Is that Nighthawk?
I don't know. Maybe not. Yes, Nighthawk, but not the Night, not the real one. Let the original. Looks like a different guy, not Kyle Richardson.
Okay, so I'm voting this a no. So that's 0 for 2, right?
Poo.
So we got Star Wars, no space.
My cat is throwing up better looking art than that.
Ouch. So the logo looks good. This is pretty much a fail, but it's better than the other two in terms of the cut. Just judging the cover.
Good night, Chris Persia.
Good night, Chris. Hopefully this doesn't give you nightmares.
I think he said he's. I saw D-Bud say good night to him. So, okay. Good night, buddy. Thank you for being here, bud. That's a race swap, Nighthawk. He said, okay.
Okay.
Okay, this art looks poopity. You like it?
Yeah, I mean, it's better than the other two.
Well,
This guy kind of like classic X-Men Legends. See, they're going back to the old stuff. That's not great, but it's passable.
There was an issue with this I kind of wanted, but
every favorite era.
Favorite era, which means not today.
Back when the X-Men were good. Yeah, not today. So who's that? Who's he supposed to be fighting there? I can't tell. Who's Bishop fighting? Not sure. I always kind of like those uniforms. Maybe it's some kind of scroll, or I don't know.
I don't know.
Scrolls are good.
I don't think so. Yeah,
but that's a I mean, it's passable. I'm gonna say that one's passable.
Yeah, it is. But it's not really a new comic in that sense. Oh, it is, but look, they had to go back in time to make it appealing at all.
Yeah.
Oh, this looks. Oh my goodness. And everyone's got to have their clothes torn up these days.
Yep. And what is the bat?
Why is the bat
logo
on his
outer jacket
too? Yeah, that's what I was saying.
I don't
understand that at all.
It should be just on the inner jacket.
Wagner says, except for the marketing, Eisner Hall of Famer Paul Levitz makes his Marvel debut. Excerpt from unless you encounter Letter Amazing Adventures #5. They're teamed with acclaimed artist Alan Davis. I'm interested in that one, big time, Wagner. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna, Also featuring Robin, Tim Brake, Zdarsky.
Backup.
Yeah. They don't even look like comic books to me anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I'm just gonna say this is better than the other junk. I'm gonna say, but it's still pretty bad. It's better than those other two, but it's not great. Yeah.
I guess that if you see what Minimus wrote, please don't read it. I guess that can't be because misconstrued in the chat. He got away with it because it's the words arrangement.
Tough to see from where I'm sitting.
I'm not gonna. I can't.
Don't put it up. No, don't put it up. Don't put it up.
But the words he puts are okay. But I get it's no curse words. But he gets away with it. But so I guess the algorithm can't notice it. But damn, dude, are you serious? All right. Anyway,
I don't see it on my end. I'm scrolling through my chat. I don't see anything.
All right, disappeared. I'm seeing it. You can't see through the.
No, I went back to looking at my other stream. It's not
okay.
It disappeared. Yeah.
Ain't a big deal. All right, so Spider-Man.
No, that's not a good cover. Yep.
Okay. Who is that?
Prowler. It's another type of Scarlet Spider.
Another spider.
I don't know. Spider dude.
The purple spider.
Purple spider. Big purple people eater. Dark web. So not a good cover. I think this is Romita Jr. Is this Romita Jr.? Who is this? No, Wells, could McGinnis, Rathburn.
It suckles. I only know for sure is it suckles.
All right. Now this one I think we might say is okay.
All right. Covers. Let's just be fair. Covers can be good and the comics still be crap.
Yeah.
I'm not saying this comic's crap. That's a nice cover.
Right.
I have no problem with the cover. I'm sure the inside, though, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure the inside's poopy doop. So it's a pretty interesting cover. It's a nice cover. Okay.
So Superman's back from his travels. So who's this? Johnson Taylor. So this evokes old-timey Superman from the 50s to me. Costume looks almost like the Superman TV show costume. I know with the lighting, it's tough to get these.
Now your cover design. See if he's all the way over to the right of the cover. You don't even think he should have been like centered or something? Or am I weird? I don't know. Kind of big blast, but that's fine though. It's a good cover.
I guess they left room so you could do a sketch or sign it there.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Right.
I doubt that artist had anything to do with the interior. They never do that.
But this is good. This is good. Yeah, like this, I wouldn't mind putting up on my wall and having this for a while. I saved the best. I thought that was the best cover out of all, which wasn't not a tough choice to make. And here we go with Miracle Man, the Silver Age. Gaiman and
what issue is this?
This is issue number 5 or 4.
So no, 3. They might be up to the new material now.
I haven't read the first 2 yet.
they reprinted the early material that never got finished, and the end of this is supposed to be new material that finishes the story. I just don't know.
Yeah, because they had started.
When it comes to Miracle Man, folks, take it from the one authority on Alan Moore, who makes these decisions for everybody else in the universe, me. The only Miracle Man that counts, Marvel Man / Miracle Man that counts, is Alan Moore. Neil Gaiman, I don't care what a big fan following he has or anything like that. As soon as Moore got done with it, I was like, no. How about no? It didn't need to go any further. I don't know why Neil Gaiman, who now owns it, I guess.
He owns it, right?
They let him. Yeah, I don't know why he got.
I bought it too.
I don't know why he thought he could continue Miracle Man. But it's just I don't know. To be fair to anybody, to follow what Moore did on it, no, sir. But that's just me.
So should we have Ben Grimm clobber these comics?
You should.
I don't know. If,
you should.
So this is my wind up.
You get new ones in every week, or just like what you don't like
once a month. Once a month.
And that's all you got for the month there.
Yeah. I don't get that many. That's because most of them, a lot of them suck. It's just keep down. But this will make. Have you seen this guy before?
Oh, you didn't show me that before.
Well, it's been on my shelf, so I was doing some videos. So here's, let me wind him up. He can clobber. Have him clobber the Hulk.
It's clobbering time. Can the Hulk fight him back?
Yeah. Hulk is broken.
Oh, where'd you get these?
Hulk is broken. Yeah, comic book shop in 2004.
Wow. Who'd yell?
Yep. So I got him. Got Spider-Man.
There you go. This toy, this monster. Oh, what? No, that's disturbing. Wow. I like it.
He's still going.
Wow. Spidey crawler. He's a wall crawler for sure. Well, coolness. What in the Human Torch? How many of those do they make?
They made 6 of them. They made 2 Wolverines. What was the other one that they made? I can't remember now. I was just looking them up. This Johnny is pretty good though. It spins around, it rotates.
Yeah, it's too bad Hulk's busted. Get it? Yeah. Hulk's busted.
Hulk's busted.
Yeah. Sorry.
I did a video on Spidey tonight, so I'm always trying to grab something off the shelf to do a short on to talk about. But yeah, these are pretty funny. The thing is too bad I don't have another one. I'd send them to you, but yeah, the thing was
that's cool. Though.
So anytime there's anything to do with the thing, like you got to be kidding me. I actually made something with Ben.
Love it.
Yep. So those were and they say they're manga for some reason. I don't know why they're calling it manga, but they're
yeah, it's weird.
Fun toys. So that relieves the pain of the looking at the new
comics.
Although that Superman
and this might as well. This might as some hope. I'll bring hope to new comics for a second here.
To show the new one, yep.
Takes a second. What the hell? It takes a second. All right, so I've talked about this a couple of times, and now it's coming out this week. And now I actually have to go to a comic shop this week. For those who don't know, Avengers Gun. But I'm a big fan of Paul Levitz, the great Paul Levitz, my favorite at least work. Does it mean it's going to be good? Of course not. Who knows? We don't know. What I do?
You kind of yep, you kind of whenever you show something, your computer like slowed up and went out for a second.
Yeah, so I'm cutting off some pages there. So
yeah, so that's what happened, I think. Yep.
Sorry about that.
No, all good. Yep.
Who knows, man? Who knows? But it's worth a try. It looks like it takes place in the proper eras.
Yeah, it looks like classic art.
Yeah.
So is this the standard Avengers, or this is Avengers War Across Time? Because I'm sub to the Avengers.
This is Wars Across Time right here.
So this is a totally separate. Separate.
Yeah, it's not going to be in the regular comic. This is a regular series. Yes, it's a sort of mini series or what have you. But so it looks pretty cool to me. And
it does look good. Yeah.
Hmm.
No, it does look good. I'm looking here. Avengers War Across Time. Yep. Subscribe. Here we go. Boom. Subbed.
Yeah.
2, 3, 1.
Cool.
Yep.
So who knows? Who knows? Could be good. All right, D-Bud, be good, my brother.
Take care, D-Bud.
Yep. Yeah. Hungry Boy. Hungry Boy has a silver or at least Bronze Age feel to it, which is what I love. And it's Paul, the greatest Legion writer ever. Can he write Avengers? I guess we're going to find out.
You'll find out now, right? Yeah. The art looks great, though.
Yeah. Yeah, well, Matt Davis, So, pretty cool. I guess it's going to be 5 issues.
But I'm going to say his art is definitely, he's making it, he's doing old-fashioned art. He's evoking, an earlier era with his art. So,
well, yeah.
With Alan Davis there,
it's taking place. Right, it's taking place in earlier time periods, which means, again, very silvery, very bronzy, Sylvie, and it's good. So it'll have the proper costumes, no eyesores for me. Again, will the story be just? If the story's just decent, I mean, and to see this, art by someone who can make the characters look like, well, quite frankly, like they're supposed to look. I don't care. That's gatekeeper of me. I don't give a crap. So who knows, man? Yeah, Captain America, man. We'll see. But it's nice to even have the little sliver of something to look forward to, because you just don't get with comics. I never get that anymore. Never.
Remember, we look forward to that new Thing series. Remember the new Thing series?
And then it never did. Yeah, we did.
Then what happened?
We tried it. We gave it a shot. But then the other one didn't come out at all.
Oh, Hungry's saying the layout looks. Oh, so yay. Okay, I thought he said something else.
Yeah, the same as colonish to me. So yay indeed, sir. Well, I'll get one. I'll get it this Wednesday, and who knows? Maybe we'll review it. We'll actually do a review of a new comic. In fact, I might do a short segment of it, or you know what? Maybe I'll wait till all 5 issues come out. I don't know. I can review it weekly, but the thing is, it's new, so people hadn't read it yet. When you review an old comic, you can tell everybody, hey, next week we're going to review. Like tonight, it was just goofing around, but like I give people a week or so in advance. We're going to be reviewing this. That way, if you don't want to be spoiled, then I don't know what to tell you, because it's an old comic and we're just showing you the thing anyway. So yeah,
we could do a non-spoiler review. Like, hey, it's been go buy it. Don't buy it. Yeah,
we'll do that, and then we'll review the whole thing after it comes out. So,
yeah.
We'll definitely review it though, Fanty. We'll just first we'll do the Mark said it perfect. We'll do the non-spoilery thingy, and then we will from there, when the thing is finished, if it holds our attention and we want to read it all and we like it, or even if we just think it's worth reviewing, we will review it thoroughly. Give it like a month after it all comes out, and we'll handle it that way. In the meantime, everyone, I want to thank y'all for hanging out with me tonight. We're going to go ahead and wrap up the poll here, see how that works out before, and then run out of here because we've been on for a while, and you've all been so good to hang out with us tonight. We really appreciate it. So,
a lot of votes in this election.
Reviewing comics. We have election results pending. So does this thing reloads for me, and all of these 4 comics will get reviewed this month. I just wanted to see, for the fun of it, just which ones people would be more anxious to see first. And I'm shocked to see, unless it's changed since the last time. I was shocked at the change there. All righty then. So here we go. All right, ending the poll now. And come on. All right, okay. All right. So the question was, which of these comics would you like to see reviewed next? In first place, which was, man, it just made a big comeback. I was surprised. In first place, and this is, of course, with a whopping 48 votes. So I appreciate everyone who voted. JLA Avengers, the crossover by Kurt Busiek and George Perez. 35% in first place. In second place, the Hulk, Future Imperfect, by Peter David and George Perez at 27%. And in third place, The Great Darkness Saga by the aforementioned Paul Levitz and Keith Giffen. A saga of the Legion of Superheroes at 20% in third place. And in last place and fourth place, but certainly not last or least in our hearts, the X-Men New Teen Titans crossover by Chris Claremont and Walter Simonson. So there you have it.
Pretty close, I guess, and, overall, though.
Well, like I said, for the longest time, Hulk Future Imperfect had a considerable lead, but it was tied with Great Darkness for a good while. And JLA was in Avengers in a far back third position, and then boom, man. These polls are not predictable, which is kind of fun.
Kind of like real life political polls, right? Because everyone has a cell phone now, so you can't call people at home and ask them what you think anymore. Yeah.
That's right. So before we get out of here, show notes. Tell us, everyone, what you got going on.
Yeah, well, I got just posted that short on Spidey. You kind of saw it anyway, but I'm gonna do a few more of those. And we had a great time on Sunday Night Geekery on Sunday. So if you haven't caught part of that, go. Or if you want to get hungry, skip to the end and watch the last 15 minutes. You can see all the holiday meals that we had. Because Mike at the end of the show said, "Aren't you going to show some food?" Like, how could you Sunday Night Geekery?
Then I got hungry. Yes. Thanks to you.
I hope you got to eat a burger or something after that. But
not a burger, but
no.
I handled
something good.
Popcorn.
Yeah. So popcorn. Yep. So I'll be on Toxic Tuesday tomorrow night with the forgetting the name of it's the Frank Frazetta. What's the name of the movie?
Oh yeah, Fire and Ice.
Fire and Ice. Fire and Ice. Yeah.
Are you getting that put together for him?
I'm fine. Yeah, I'm trying to find it right now so I can chop it up. So
shoot!
Hopefully I can. It's
probably one of the more rare. Anything about it.
One of the more rare movies that we've done on Toxic Tuesday. So last week we had a huge, massive crowd.
Well, I hope he got it.
The Nerds.
Oh yeah, Revenge of the Nerds was amazing.
That was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. But So and of course, you'll plug the Clubhouse. But yeah, Sunday Night Geekery will be back and check out. I got to do my review of the phasers and action figures too. Hopefully this week get those out. The new Star Trek figures. But you guys all saw those anyway, so that are here.
It was a lot of fun. Sure. Cool.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So
well,
thank you.
Thanks for hanging as always, man. Let's see here. Busy week of streaming for me this week, folks, as always. So let's see here. Tomorrow night, I should be at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. I should be hanging out with Tom, the great Tom Connors, and the Midnight's Edge After Dark gang. Wednesday night, Loki and the Comic Shop boys, and the Comic Shop Roundtable boys, at 7 p.m. Central on the Great Loki's channel. Followed by me doing Wild Card Wednesday night. Then Thursday night, Thursday I'll be doing triple duty probably. My great buddy Dad Man, I'll be on with him at 6 p.m. Central, 7 Eastern to talk some NFL.
Sports ball.
Yep. Wild Card playoff picture there. And then hopefully make it in time to go hang with the Midnight's Edge After Dark boys if I can. And then Clobby's Clubhouse on Thursday night, everybody. It'll be...
God, you better get a comfy chair for Thursday night.
Oh, good Lord. And I don't have one. It's going to be bad. But Friday's Clobby's Clubhouse on Thursday night, folks, with my 500th show on YouTube. 1200th show overall. So, yeah. Looking forward to that. And then, of course, Friday night with Nick and the Comic Shop Gang, 8:30 Central Standard Time. The gang will be reviewing Infinity Gauntlet number 2, and then finally top it all off with Saturday Night Star Trek. Same Trek time, same Clubby channel.
Yeah.
4 more episodes of Star Trek Deep Space Nine, and hopefully Sunday night with the Geekery on Mark D's channel.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah, at 10 Eastern. So thank you all so much, buddies. Really appreciate you. And hey, well, I know I had something. I'm probably forgetting something important, but oh yes, big shout out again. The wonderful time I had at Fan Expo to the beautiful, fantastic AZ Power Girl. Here's a link in the chat right now. Please go check out her channel. She's a beautiful, unbelievably awesome cosplayer who has a YouTube channel. There's a link right there. And she has on that channel a link to all of her other stuff. She does calendars and comics and all that stuff. She's the greatest cosplay lady, cosplayer of Power Girl I've ever seen. Gorgeous lady, sweet as can be. Had a fun time hanging out with her. It's just a doll. And go check out her not only her YouTube page, but go follow her links to see all the things she's got going on, comics and calendars and all kind of great stuff. So, and said I thank her for helping give me a amazingly fun weekend that I had. So at the Fan Expo. So everyone, I want to thank you all for being here with us tonight. Thanks a lot, my friends. The Wrenches, as always, just a great to see you all. Eric K, Chris Persia, D. Bud Martin, Lord Thoth, Hungry Boy, J-Man, Kal-El, Maddie's Daddy, Phantom Outsider. Shout out to Apollo's Minion and her pupper and everybody else who hung out with us tonight. You're just extraordinary. It's great to have you here, my good friends. Thank you so much. We're going to run now. And a big shout out, of course, thanks to the great engineer Mark D with the C for hanging. Appreciate you.
Thank you. A lot of fun. Yep.
Thanks, dude.
Great time.
Good night, everybody. Enjoy these closing messages and end credits. Good night.
Atomic batteries to power. Turbines to speed.
Roger. Ready to move out.
I just love clobbering time.